should I share my screen? Okay. So we are going to talk about adulthood basically, and in the adulthood we are going to talk about physical aspects, physical changes that happens in the adulthood. So until now we spoke about various stages. So this is the adulthood is the last stage. Is the last block of our chapter as well, of our subject. Adulthood has the definition of adulthood is 20 plus. So we are talking about 20 plus to century all in adulthood. So it has got multiple interdivisions because that's actually a too lengthy division as an adulthood, right? So first is early adulthood, second is middle adulthood, and last is like old age, right? So these are the three broad divisions. So first thing to understand is what are these particular, what are the age brackets around these particular divisions? Right? So early adulthood, we are talking about 20 to 40. Okay, so that is also a 20 years bracket. So we are not talking about 5 or 10 years, 20 to 40. Middle age, we are talking about 40 to 65. Old age starts from 65. That's the division. Okay, so still the divisions are too broad to actually talk about these things. So all these divisions, as we see, it is depending upon the age. So now aging is something that is not just about time. So one thing that we would want to understand about it is aging is also dependent on a lot of factors. So not just about the time period, right? I mean, somebody might have gray hair early, somebody might have gray hair little later. So there are various factors which are actually affecting the aging factor of it. So you can't really pinpoint these changes, whatever that we are actually talking about, to a particular age. So hence, these categories that we are talking about, early, middle, and old age, has got a broad ages, like 20 years, 20 years, 20 years kind of a thing, right? So some of the factors related to aging, it is actually a lifestyle which actually changes the things. It can be DNA, it can be oxidative damage to the and also number of cells might be affecting it, tissue damage might be affecting it, some natural selection, maybe because of unforeseen diseases, etc., etc., right? So there are various factors that contribute to aging. So these, whatever that we are actually talking about, is general basically go here and there depending upon the individual. So some people might actually have early effect, but this is a broad category, so it's actually generalized categories here. So first part is early adulthood. Early adulthood, as I told, it is age bracket between 20 to 40. So typically this is the age group which is very healthy, and you can say that in entire life, entire life, this is the age group which is healthiest. You have physical strength very high, you have all your senses in the perfectly in the right manner, and your emotions are pretty much stable. You reach to certain maturity. So um, all the problems that kids might have in terms of still developing stage, and all the problems that old does have, where they started degenerating. Early adulthood is the place where you have everything perfect. So this is the most active age group, and their main focus in this particular age would be obviously 20 ko aate hi, I mean, we wanted established career, we search for jobs, we search for new lifestyle, where we in people in this particular age group would be looking for partners, for romantic relationships, friendships, all those things. So it's kind of everybody has got good health, and they are actually seeing the new territory where they have freedom, they have energy. So now they are actually searching on for the new things. And a major concerns in this particular age would be they want to settle their life. Still, some people might be searching for their job, searching for partner to get married. They are not socially secure yet because they just started earning, so they don't have any bank balance. So both economic and also social security, they don't have a big group to actually help, kind of a thing. So they seek social and also economic security aspects of it. So at this age, they don't have responsibilities, but they are actually preparing for their particular responsibility. They are quite independent because abhi job aaya. I mean, you got the fresh job, you have some money running into your hand, and this is where they start preparing their mindset towards that independence and the responsibility part of it. So that is what these are the major concerns with this particular age. Otherwise, it's all about romance, friendship, and kids and careers. That would be the main thing. So in this age, people slowly start putting on weight. So body fat would be would be adding up. So on an average, at least 5 kgs. So when compared to adolescents, 5 kgs add ho jata hai. I mean, and most of the times it is a lot more than that, right? So it all depends on person to person, but this is the time in general that people will put on some weight for sure. Okay, so we talked about a very big age bracket like 20 to 40. So 20 to 40 has got subdivision. So you can actually see in the pattern of all this adulthood where there are subdivisions, because we are talking about a broad category of 20 years, kind of a thing, right? I mean, the first subdivision 20 to 30. So this is the peak. And from the health point of view, from census point of view, body is like in a perfect condition. Okay, and from growth point of view as well, it has actually grown to an extent where it reaches the maximum extent. Height, weight, muscle, and all those stuff is like they have actually grown to an extent, and they might not really grow beyond that. So they have basic structure of the body, all the bones and everything is fused. So some people might have a slight growth, but very slight as far as the height is concerned. So weight wise, it is anyway. We all know it is variable. So some people will put on less, some people will put on more, etc., etc. But weight is anyway continuous aspect. So in this particular age, they still the hormones are pretty high, and so obviously they have physical attraction, romance, friendships, and all those stuff. They're very energetic. So there is a significant hormone changes that would be happening in this particular 20 to 30 age. And then 30 plus. So shadi ho gaya, and that's it. I think some of the aspects really, starts residing. So 30 plus is the place where things start coming onto the downtrend. So still they are physically fit, like in 20 to 30. But what happens is this is the part which people will really have to be sensitive about the exercise, right? So the habits play very important role when it comes to 30 plus. So 30 plus might not really observe that there is actually a change that is happening in their particular body, but this is the age which actually is the starting point for that particular decline. So getting on to the right exercise routines and making sure that the body is fit is something which is very necessary, which is going to actually dictate the terms of rest of the age group. So if you start doing the exercise, if you start making keeping the body healthy in this particular age group, will have lot of effect in the future journey. So there would be slight changes in the senses as well. For example, hearing. What it says is like once you are 30 plus, there is a slight decrease that happens. I mean, the hearing ability would actually start residing. So this change on hearing ability might not be very noticeable. But it is only a slight change that would happen at this particular age. But as you age, it grows up. And what it also says is men will have greater effect. So it is 50% more fast as far as hearing ability is concerned in men when compared to women. Maybe the reason could be even marriage, survival. Really, I mean, maybe the hearing ability gets adjusted. I don't know, but I don't know what is the reason behind men having the sensitivity, less sensitive hearing ability than women. But what they say is it is 50% faster in men when compared to women, and 30 plus is the age where it actually starts residing. So
I think
now
women can, Praveen, women can hear unheard conversations, and men, it is otherwise in men's case.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe I mean,
when it comes to the topic of hearing, no, there's a small story that I would like to tell you people. So this person I know had gone to the doctor because apparently his wife and daughter kept saying that his capacity of hearing has decreased. It seems he'd gone to the ENT and got it checked, and the doctor is like, everything is fine. Why did you come here? And he says, my daughter and wife keep saying this. And he's like, I understood the problem now. It is because your wife and daughter are saying it. That is why you're not able to hear it. Otherwise, your hearing is fine.
So actually, there is a real story as well. Okay, I don't know whether you guys saw a news article sometime back. There was one guy. I don't remember the country of that guy. Italy or Japan. I don't remember. But he actually at his home he acted. He's dumb. He can't speak, and he successfully acted till he was actually 60 years, so 40 years of married life. He acted dumb. So people at home really know him as somebody who can't speak, but actually he can speak. So how he was caught is the wife saw his interview in TV. Somewhere there was some coverage that was happening, and this guy was speaking, it seems. That's when wife got to know that this guy can speak. So I don't know what is the reason why
I
he
think all
actually
these conspiracy so I think all the men in the group will be able to answer, all of you are married. So yeah, so whether the problem is actually underlying or it's like you're faking it.
I don't know.
Happy life, happy wife, happy life. No, so like if I don't speak, my wife will be happy. Let it be.
All you get from Praveen today is diplomatic answers. Let's continue.
No, but anyway, jokes apart, those are all jokes. But what is the reason we don't know? But men has got, I mean, faster residing as far as the hearing ability is concerned, right? So the next age group is 35 plus. Okay, so now this is where some signs are showing up. Slowly, wrinkles start coming in, some gray hair, some dry skin, a little bit of weakening on the immune system part, a little bit, a drop in the reproductive capabilities. So this is where signs are showing up. 30 plus signs are not very visible, but 30 plus is where it is residing. 35 is the place where you start really observing that yes, we are actually becoming old, right? So this is the part which paves the way for the worries that are going to happen in middle age. So you will observe few things. So net to net, what we are actually saying in early adulthood, things are like pretty green overall as far as physical conditions are concerned. That is exactly what this is actually talking about. Till 30, it is like peaking. 30 onwards, it started descending. That's the whole crux of this particular chapter, where You want to call it as sensors, you want to call it as immune system, muscle strength, reaction time, all these things. You can put n number of criteria, but ultimately what you just have to describe is till 30, it is like on the peak. From 30 onwards, it started residing. When it started residing, people might not observe. That is 30 plus might not observe, but 35 plus you start observing things. That's the whole crux of it. That completes the early adulthood as such. So any questions in early adulthood, or are we clear?
All clear.
Yeah, and few very specific aspects which we know on male and female. Yes, height growth happens till 18. In case of, sorry, I think I messed up female and male part here. This is supposed to be male and this is supposed to be female. So height grows in females till 18, and height growth in male happens till 21. Right. So breasts are fully developed by this age. So by early adulthood, they are fully developed. From men point of view, they grow a thick beard and all facial hair and other stuff is like all matured and grown. So by in this particular age, in the early adulthood, typically women would have kids by this particular time, and men would actually develop that deep voice, or whatever the maturity from the voice point of view is all achieved. So these are the few aspects from men and female. But yeah, these are very general aspects as such, right? I mean, we know about height, it generally happens till 21. We know about breast or beard and all those stuff. So that completes early adulthood. Okay, so moving quickly into the middle age. So now things started appearing, right? I mean, physically you are seeing that there are certain changes that are happening. Right? Typically, middle age is the time where you are settled in life. So you don't have a worries, like major concerns which are in the early adulthood, whether it is unsettled life, job, or family. All these things are sorted out by this time. So you do have a pretty settled life, and you have a family, you have a career, you have some bank balance, and also you might be starting to look at that when exactly I can escape from this job. Will I be? I mean, how exactly I would want to retire? You might even start looking out like, okay, do you want to actually settle in village after my retirement, or do I want to actually go to so and so place, etc., etc. Right? So you also started looking for the next stage of your life. So it also, this is the age where you have a lot of maturity, you have responsibility because you have family, and you have stability because you know your career, you know your family. It's not like you'll be sitting here and there and all those stuff. So you have a lot of stability, and whatever the line that you are actually into it, so you developed a competency. So you do have a good competency in the area that you are actually working on. Here your focus is you already achieved. Now you are actually enjoying the success. So you are actually looking out on how exactly I can enjoy the success that I got in job, family, how exactly I can get more family time and enjoy my time with the family. And this is where this is the period which is considered as most productive period. So it is said that this is the period, that is 40 to 50 age, is the period where most of the scientists, writers, artists achieve their peak. So this is the time they would have actually done some research which is groundbreaking. So it is considered as this is the period where you are very creative, because physiologically you are not really so down. So you still have good amount of cognitive skills. Your health is not so bad. Your health is quite stable, and you don't have any security or any safety and those kind of concerns, and you have good skill experience behind you. So this is the period where you say it as the most creative period, and this is where most of the people achieve their peak. From creativity point of view, achieve their peak not in physical strength or whatever, that is already gone. 30 plus, now you are in the residing stage. So this is continuing on the residing stage at this particular point of time, right? So, so creativity wise, this is the most productive period that we are talking about. So what are the major concerns? So there will be a lot of responsibilities. We talked about that this is the age where you are actually taking the responsibility, right? So you have your parents who might be aged. So you might have children who might be like studying and you're actually looking out for their particular career. And you also know that you are aging and your health might start getting declined. Some people might get BP, sugar, or whatever it is, right? So health is also a major concern that will start worrying you. And also here you are in the career peak. Now you are trying to actually, look for how to enjoy your success, right? So you might be looking out for how to, extract leisure time, how we can actually, enjoy, right? So that is also one of the major concerns that would be happening here. And as I said, you would be looking out for the next stage where you are planning for your retirement, that, okay, how I need to actually retire. That is also one of the major concerns. These are the major concerns in this particular age. Physically, now aging process is more evident. So from here on, it gets more and more evident, obviously. So the aging process is more evident. So you can see both internal and external changes. Okay. So again, this particular age group is divided into two phases, right? Broadly. Early transitions, where you are talking about 40 to 50. Late transition, you are talking about 50 to 65. Okay. So broadly, there are two phases in this particular thing. But when exactly, how exactly the aging would start affecting your physiology, as I told, is aging has got various factors that we talked about before. So it all depends on when in this particular age group that you are going to hit it on this particular point, right? So there are two types of changes physically. If you see, there is one is internal, one is external. External is something that everybody can see. So if your skin has got wrinkles, everybody can see. If you have gray hair, everybody can see. If you lose hair, everybody can see. But they might not see how you are able to, pursue the vision. Whether you are, whether you have a good digestive ability or not is not something which is seen. So those are internal. Internal are about your immune system, digestive system, vision power, senses, and all those stuff which are not visible to others unless and until you tell them. And external ones are nothing but which is visible to everybody. So everybody can figure out that your skin has got wrinkles now. You have a dry skin, you have a brittle skin, elasticity is gone, your hair became thin, and obviously that luster which was there before is no more, and it is now gray in certain cases. And 55% of the men become bald by this by 55. So by 55, most of the men really, don't even have hair. So they don't have to worry about even gray hair by that time. So by the age of 65, 50% of the people lose teeth. So even you can say that by 65, they are going to lose, all the teeth. 50% of the people lose. Saliva production ability would decrease. Even if you have tooth, they will be decaying. So all these external changes would happen. And skin is one thing which most of us know. Hair is something that most of us know. Teeth is also something which is very evident. So all these things are guessable in terms of what would happen in your middle age, right? So what are the internal changes? Yes, internal changes has got a big list. So it is up to your imaginary ability that what all things that you can list down on human point of view, everything would be decreased. So I don't even have to read through this particular list. You can say that vision will decrease, senses will decrease, your respiratory system will decrease, cardio will decrease, nervous system will decrease, you have a decrease in your immune system, bones will become more brittle, right? And you might have decrease in your physical strength. Only point which is of little bit of the positive in this particular thing is using exercise, you can retain or restore some of these particular power or strength. So the only way that you can combat this particular age, whatever this particular decline that is happening, only the exercise is the one which is going to help you to restore or regain some of these particular losing abilities. But otherwise, obviously, it is not something that is going to stop your aging, but it is only something that is going to, decrease that downward curve. But otherwise, everything which is internal and external are decreasing in this particular age. That's the takeaway of this particular entire thing. So, men, women, yes, the concerns that men would have is, so this is the time men would be worrying about their particular health, strength, because those are something that is visible now. So usually men are passionate about these particular things. The health, strength, potency are the three main problems that will actually start worrying in men's brain. And from women's point of view, menopause would actually happen at around age of 55, and this is going to actually bring a lot of both physiological and also mental, psychological instability in them. So this is the time where women would be a lot anxious. They will have like lack of concentration, mood swings, and they will irritate easily, and a lot of both, and even the aging would be quite visible because of this particular menopause. Right. So so typically this happens between both men and women. This happens between 45 to 55. And men would actually generally gain their weight in the abdominal area. So most of them will actually get family pack. And women would actually put on weight in hips and thighs. So these are the places which are very common as far as weight gain is concerned. Right. So that's about the middle age. What is the takeaway of middle age? So you have like physical strength decreasing and decreasing, which are more evident now, but you have stability in life, you have responsibilities and all those stuff which are like worrying. And these decreasing abilities includes both internal and external. And only way to actually restore them is by doing exercise. That's all this particular entire topic, this section is talking about. Okay, so any questions or doubts in this particular thing?
Nope, all good.
Good. So now I'll hand over to Ritu to talk about her age group, which is old age.
Thank you so much.
Ritu, over to you. It is your age group. Come on.
Yes, could you just scroll? Yeah, scroll for me. Yes, old age. So we learned that from the age of 30 itself, there are signs. It's just that you are not observant about it. So your strength and everything just starts decreasing. Everything, there is a decline, and the signs are not visible. If you do not pay attention, then it is not. From 35 onwards, maybe it is visible to you, but you at sometimes are in denial. You don't accept, right? So you don't take care, and problems increase if you don't take care through exercises and other things. And old age is an age wherein everybody around you can see the changes, physical changes or any other changes. It is very evident that yes, you are an old person. So late adulthood or old age is generally considered to begin at about age 65, and it is the last stage of physical change now. There is nothing beyond this. It is only death. And as an individual moves towards their old age, there are changes which occurs naturally and not due to diseases. Because you're a diseased person, only then you have changes. No, it is a natural process. Old people also have limited regenerative abilities and are more prone to diseases, again, syndromes and sickness than other adults. The period is marked by the process of growing old, resulting in part from the failure of body cells to function normally or to produce new body cells. So again, the production of new body cells is completely declining, at this age. And let us just see what are the physical changes which are visible at a skin. So these are nothing but whatever Praveen already spoke during that, middle adulthood. It's just that here it is at peak. It is intense. So skin loses its elasticity, becomes drier and thinner and with more wrinkles. And it is also due to loss in fatty tissues, which is underlying your skin. Next is your hair. Again, it becomes gray and eventually turns white and then no hair at all. Like some people have hair. My grandfather, who is like 85, he still has hair. My father has half of what my grandfather has. And next is sensory changes. So what happens to your senses? What is your senses? Like hearing, vision, taste, smell, and touch. Even these sense organs just start declining. The functions of them starts declining. With aging, these senses are often diminished and incoming information may be restored or difficult to understand. So, learning of anything new or processing any new information becomes a little difficult. Because see, if you have a hearing problem, which is very natural for this age, if you don't hear, how are you going to transfer anything to your memory? It is not possible, right? So you receive information to your senses, right? That's what we learned in previous classes, that is in memory. The next is hearing. So what happens to your hearing? Older people have trouble hearing higher pitch tones. They also, they're not able to make out sounds or words if there is a lot of interference in the background. So it becomes very difficult for them to focus on something. Then the next is vision. What happens to vision? At this age, I think most of, we can't even talk about old age or any age. Many people have got many issues, but in old age, this is at peak again. Just because it is a natural process that these are the signs. And even though changes to the eye take place as a person ages, many older people, they have good eyesight also, or at least manageable ones. They don't need any, specs also at times. That was with my great grandmother, like who was 100 and she never wore specs, and without that also she was able to see very clearly. Uh, with aging, peripheral vision is reduced. A person may need to turn his or her head to see to the sides. The flexibility of the eye decreases and it takes an older person more time to accommodate to changes in light. So whenever there's a lot of light or something, they need to, they take a little longer time to adapt to that change. Degeneration of eye muscles and clouding of the lens are associated with aging. In addition, the ability to see colors changes with age as the lens yellows. Red, yellow, and orange are easier to see than blue and green. So the colors which they easily see are red, yellow, and orange when you compare to blue and green color, which they find it difficult to see. And cataracts, all of you are aware, they are cloudy areas in the lens which blur vision and can cause blindness if there is no surgery done. The next is macular degeneration, which occurs when light sensitive cells in the macula, the central region of the retina, breaks down, resulting in blurry central vision and eventual blindness. The next is taste and smell. What happens to that? There is a decline in that as well. So smell, there is no much effect. They can smell. But when it comes to taste, you will hear a lot of old people saying that, the food tastes tasteless. It's not that great or something, because they're losing that sense of taste during this age. Again, it could be minor, or it depends from people to people or with the issues what they have. The next is touch. So what happens to touch? Due to reduced sensitivity, like we saw that, all the sense organs, just the function declines, right? So the heat sources such as heating pads, hot water bottles, and pot handles can hurt the skin before the elder realizes that damage is occurring. So before the elder is realizing, okay, they shouldn't be touching. Just like kids, there is no difference between kids and old people, because again their skin is also very, very sensitive. The next is bone and joints. What happens to their bones and joints? Old peoples are marked by thinning and shrinkage. This results as a loss of height, uh, about 2 inches by age of 80. So after, like Praveen said that, until 20, we are, growing in height. Then what happens is, again, the height is also declining. It is decreasing. So by the age of 80, by the time you reach 80 years, again, your height reduces by 2 inches, which is a stooping posture in many people and a greater susceptibility to bone and joint diseases such as osteoarthritis. What is osteoarthritis? It is a degeneration of joint cartilage and the underlying bone, which causes pain and stiffness in your bones, in your body, which is visible. And osteoporosis, what is it? It is a disease which is caused in women after menopause. Aging adults, especially the very old, are vulnerable to broken bones due to various reasons, because they keep, falling, and it becomes very difficult. Just like child, you have to take care of the child. Similarly, the old people has to take care of himself, as well as the family also need to take care of them, because they also, it becomes very difficult once they fall and the bones break, or any hurt they get, any injury they get, it becomes difficult for them to come back to normal again. In addition, joints stiffen and connecting ligaments between bones lose their elasticity. So elasticity, again, is loosened. Hand and foot pain may result. So because of all the stiffness and pain. Next is teeth and mouth. What happens? Less saliva, which already Praveen spoke about, and less ability for oral hygiene in old age increases the chance of tooth decay and infection. So there's a lot of infections that happens during this age. Digestion. What happens to digestion? About 40% of the time, old age is marked by digestive disorders. So they have a lot of digestive disorders, such as difficulty in swallowing, inability to eat enough and to absorb nutrition, constipation and bleeding. So they usually have this constipation problem. Like, even I know some people in my family. I mean, my grandmother used to have this. So she used to eat even whether she feels like eating or not, because it is time to eat, so she would eat. So it is very important that you realize at this age, that what your body can take and eat accordingly. So it is, you need to take care of your body at this time. So because you have a lot of digestive disorders and difficulty in swallowing also and chewing also, because you might lose your teeth as well, right? But again, there is a replacement. Further, it is fairly common for older people to have less frequent bowel movements and to suffer from constipation. This is again due to changes in tissue and muscles and reduced thirst. Reduced thirst also causes dehydration, in elders, and there's a lot of issue when there is a dehydration. The next is circulation. What is circulation? The older heart usually slows down and is less able to pump blood through the body than the younger heart. This results in older people having less energy and stamina for physical work. Decreased circulation also contributes to cold sensitivity, particularly in the hands and feet. Because oxygen necessary for proper physical and cognitive functioning is carried through the blood, the elder with poor circulation may experience forgetfulness and other symptoms of poor cognition. See, your physical changes that is happening now, it is not just affecting the physical thing, it is also affecting you, cognitive. There's a lot of cognitive changes that is happening, chemical changes that is happening, psychological changes that is happening. So everything again is correlated. Blood vessels, which play an important role in the circulation of blood throughout the body, lose elasticity as we age. This causes blood to tend to pool, that is, to collect in the feet and legs. This means that swelling may occur in the extremities. Consequently, the heart, which undergoes muscle changes as we age, must pump harder in order to carry the blood to all parts of your body. Changes in circulation make the older people more susceptible to the development of little strokes than when younger. Symptoms of such episodes include headache, vision disturbances, loss of balance, confusion, and dizziness when standing quickly from a sitting or reclining position. Because little strokes can be harbinger of a larger stroke. Consult with the older person's primary health care provider should, I mean, these care should be taken by the family members. Many older people are on medications that impact circulation. Again, unnecessary medication should also be avoided because that is in a long run going to affect the person. Be familiar with these medications and their side effects, because side effects sometimes has bad, more worst effect on your body than the natural thing what you have. Pressure ulcers, a skin problem found in people with limited mobility, are due to impaired circulation, which also means that exercise is must for every age group. When an older person is unable to move about, tissue may die due to lack of an adequate blood supply to the skin. Of course, if you're not moving, if you're not circulating, then all your tissues would die. So even if you don't comb your hair, there is no circulation, right? So that is also one cause, which is for hair fall and other things. So you need to circulate, like you need to move. There should be some movement. Areas particularly susceptible to these ulcers are those where bony prominences such as your hips, shoulders, elbows, knees, ankles, and the heels of the feet. And the next is cardiovascular system. Heart becomes less efficient in old age. We already saw, no? With a resulting loss of stamina. Again, a cardiovascular system is affecting by aging as the heart muscle becomes more rigid and some cells enlarge, thickening the left ventricle. Arteries stiffen and accumulate plaque. So the heart pumps with less force and blood flow slows down. So during activity, sufficient oxygen may not be delivered to critical tissues when required. The next is respiratory system. So what happens to your respiratory system? Lung tissue also loses elasticity and capacity is reduced by half of whatever you had at the age of 20. The blood absorbs less oxygen and expels less carbon dioxide. People feel more out of breath when exercising. The next is immune. So what
Apparently,
happens
Ritu is
to,
out of breath.
no, yeah, I was not exercising. So next is immune system. So what happens to your immune system now? Again, it is less efficient immune function when you're aging. Yeah, and your immunity, your strength, your power, everything just comes down. And if you keep exercising again, like even if you're at the age of 80, you might even have the strength of at least a person who is 60, because I have seen some people like that. Yeah, next is sleep. What happens to your sleep? These days everybody has got sleep issue. I mean, even I had. So yeah, we can't even talk about it. But as we age, again sleep decreases, the sleep pattern also changes. So some person, they just go to sleep by 7, they'll wake up by 10. Some people sleep by 12, again 2-3 hours of sleep, disturbed sleep, just like a child. You can compare this old age with even children, in certain things. Yeah, whereas in some case, like when you see children and old age people, yeah, for children, because they're developing and growing, so everything is increasing there. Here it is decreasing, it is declining, but sleep again is disturbed sleep. They have very much trouble going to sleep, and once they get up again, they can't sleep back. And men seem to have more sleep problems than women due to the enlargement of the prostate gland and the need to urinate more often at night. Increases in men. Next is sexual activity. Sexual desires and the physical capacity to engage in sex continue throughout the life. Loss of interest in sex is usually due to emotional causes, drug use or disease, and not necessarily aging. So this is nothing to do with the aging. Physical disabilities. Now, what is physical disability? We already saw that osteoporosis rises in late adulthood. That was a disease which happens to women after menopause, as well as arthritis also, that can happen to both. Adult onset diabetes and unintentional injuries also increase in late adulthood. These illnesses are not caused by aging but are related to age. They occur more often in the aged. How? Because they are more prone to accident. Just like kids, they walk, they just hit the wall or anything. Even the elders know, they kind of start losing balance, their body loses balance. So they also fall, and again when they fall, a lot of injuries and all that. So these disabilities also is bad. So only thing what you can do about is prevention. Just take care of yourself. The last one, I think it is done. But then there is something called primary aging and secondary aging. So let's just have a quick look about it. Yeah, so what is primary aging? It is a basic aging process and it is inevitable. It affects all members of species. No specific physical illness, body just wears out. Example, graying or thinning of hair, which is evident. Secondary aging. What is secondary aging? It is the results from environmental risk, your lifestyle choices, certain things that you can control, which is in your hand. Health habits, genes, illness, person's behavior, and it is not inevitable. It affects individualized. It is not in all the species. It is specific physical illness alone. Example, deterioration of senses due to smoking. Yes, it is done. Praveen, would you like to summarize?
Yeah, in summary, what I would say is there are multiple age groups that we are talking about in the adulthood, right? So we talked about early adulthood, which is 20 to 40, and the middle adulthood or middle age, which is from 40 to 65, and then retirement age or old age, whatever that you would want to call as 65 plus. These are the three categories that we talked about. In the first category, things are like peaking up. It peaks up till 30, and slowly one by one is dropping as far as physical strength is concerned. So from 30 onwards, slowly change starts occurring. By 40, it will be visible. So from 40 to 65, the changes are so visible that you start worrying on those particular changes, but physical aspects are going down. And by 65, now everything is quite visible. Now you start dealing with those particular problems, and problems are just increasing as far as your age is concerned. So that's about the physical changes that we are talking about. So whether both the internal and external, there are changes that are happening. So from 30 plus onwards, I think we are just talking about the decline. So it's only the amount of variability depending upon the age, it goes and increases. So you can put any part of the physical body, it is going to be having the effect. So in this particular chapter, it is more about we trying to describe what exactly we know. We all know that, I mean, as you age, these things would actually decrease. So how I see is, it is more about you describing that how exactly that decrease is going to happen as you age. And finally, the point.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. The table which you have made actually should be male should be female and female should be.
Yeah. I already told that while I was explaining.
I missed it out.
The
Sorry.
heading is heading is
What happened?
swapped. So I'll correct that anyway. And as you age, problems grow. By old age, it becomes so evident that you start, literally your lifestyle is getting affected in a huge way. And this is the major problem as far as this age is concerned. And we also talked about aging is not just about the time period, right? I mean, there are various things that are affecting the aging, whether it is a DNA, whether it is your lifestyle, whether it is drop in number of cells. So all this process is getting affected because of various reasons. So there is a primary aging, but I mean, no matter whatever these things are, everybody will have to age. That is called as a primary aging, where nobody can stop. It doesn't matter how good is your lifestyle, it has to age, right? So that is primary aging. Secondary aging is, okay, yeah, I drink 20 cigarettes in a day, I have more troubles, right? I'll have alcohol every day, I'll have more troubles. It is your lifestyle which you are bringing into picture, and that is where aging is speeding up. That is called as a secondary aging. So in case of secondary aging, things can be controlled. It is there in your hand. Some of the things might be little out of your hand, like diseases and all, but still things can be controlled in some way or the other in case of secondary aging. Primary aging, nobody can do anything. It has to happen. That's all. That's all about this particular chapter. Any questions?